Hey everybody! Dun dun. There we go. I was just getting some last minute shit set up here. Anyway. Where's that button? There it is. I want the intro just suddenly playing all over again. Anyway. Hello everyone! Welcome back to another episode of FF14 Shadowbringers. We're finally getting back into the MSQ today. Realized we did all role quests in one day yesterday. Fucking 8+ hour stream total. Stream time total. They were separate streams, but still. So yeah, now we can finally get back into, the good shit. That's not really fair. I gotta say, the role quests do culminate into something pretty cool later. Not yet. Still a ways off. A good setup for something really cool later, though. Whew. Luckily, I remember where the next part starts, too, of MSQ. Right after we stayed in our little hotel room. At the Pendants. Our personal suite, as it says right there. We're living large. They gave us a VIP room. In the Crystarium. I might not be able to start New Game Plus mode for me. I might have to step outside, but it's whatever. Technically, the next part starts outside. Because if you guys remember what happened, Leon sort of woke up and then looked out the window and I guess he heard a bit of a commotion outside, and then he walked out and then that's where it ended. We got a cliffhanger ending. Hold on, let me see. Shadowbringers Part 2. Though the Warriors of Darkness have succeeded in restoring the night to the Rocktika Greatwood, much of Norrent yet remains shrouded in primordial light, its denizens at the mercy of the abominations known as Sin-Eaters. Burdened by the unsettling truths revealed to them by the Ascian Emmet Silk, the heroes forge on along their chosen path, the path of villainy. Yes, we've become public enemy number 1. Yeah, I thought so. We gotta do it outside. There it is. The people shake music. It's like, oh, something's going down. Oh yeah, I forgot to,
I got poison!
There. I had to get my, soundboard ready. Hey, Lorcan! Oh, you're here early. I just started streaming, too. Okay, that's... There, it's ready. Excuse me. Feeling a bit weird today, I gotta say. Not under the weather, but close. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good morning. And this is one of my early streams. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so what's going on, buddy? I heard some commotion out here. That is fucking nightmare fuel. Look at that image, Jesus Christ. When it rains. Judging by his countenance, the manager of Suites has ill tidings for you. They got woken up by a bunch of racket. What's going on? Ah, I suspected that you might be awake. I could scarce imagine you sleeping through such a commotion. Yeah, what's up? I'm trying to sleep here! An entire host of Sin-Eaters appears to be advancing upon the Crystarium. Emergency measures are being taken as we speak. Rest assured, however, that we are safe so long as we remain under the Crystal Power's aegis. You may return to your quarters if you wish. No, I gotta help out. What's going on? Yes, I thought you might feel that way. And I cannot say that your assistance would be anything less than welcome. I must remain here to disseminate information to the other residents, but you are under no such obligation, and thus free to aid any of the townsfolk who may be in distress. The Excedra tends to become a point of congregation in times of need, crowded with those seeking solace and companionship. You would have my personal gratitude if you would offer succor to those there. Okay. I mean, as a small refresher on what happened last time, you know, FF14 officially declared war on the Crystarium, directly to the Crystal Exarch. And we went off to do the role quests. We killed off all the cardinal virtues, you know, the Sin Eaters modeled after the, well, they were basically the living dead bodies of the Warriors of Light from before. And now this is happening. Can't be a coincidence we're being attacked by Sin Eaters after FF14 declared war on us and he controls them, right? Few townsfolk are about and you spy none who appear to be in distress. Leon! Hey, Alexei. What's going on? I've only just returned from Amarane, yet I find the Crystarium moments from being beset by Sin Eaters? Where are they coming from? This shouldn't be possible. We restored the darkness. Oh yeah, we kind of all went our separate ways for a while there. I guess that's why it made the most sense to do your, to do the role quest at that point. Even though, if it's your first time through, you will not be able to do them all the way through. At that point in the game. Still other areas you have to unlock or whatever. Well, this is a fortunate coincidence. Brother, tell me you have some idea why this is happening. I may, but for the moment we'll need to postpone such discussions in favor of action. The Crystal Exarch is preparing to deploy a barrier around the Crystarium as we speak. Ensuring that he is able to do so should be our first concern. There are a number of instruments placed about the Crystarium that function as anchors for the barrier. I'm on my way to activate them now. In which case, 3 pairs of hands would be better than 1? Very well. I'll take the ones to the south. Alright. I shall deal with the northern apparatus then. Will you handle the western two? They're ensconced on platforms extending from the upper level of the Aetheryte Plaza. Way the hell over there? Shit. People run around like crazy. No. Wrong shell. Actually, this isn't gonna help, is it? No, it's not. Gotta pace yourself. Sprint intervals, right? Getting some hit exercise in right now. Some high intensity interval training. Sprint for 15 seconds. Jog for 45, sprint another 15. Too close, I'll use it after. Otherwise it'll get wasted. Despite having very little idea as to how it functions, it appears that you have activated the device successfully. Good to know. Just realized from up here you can spy on people coming in. It's kind of funny. They won't even know they're being watched. It's like a sniper perch or something. Guessing the reason we don't have these on at all times is just because they drain too much energy. Look at that, it's just like Seryu's wall.
Sin-Eater sighted! They're
Oh
coming!
shit.
You bastard!
Well, at least the wall's holding up. Take that, pricks.
Excellent. The barrier is holding.
That's good news for the Crystarium, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Lena and the city guard have taken to the field. Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
We gotta go help defend the outpost now. Yeah, that makes sense. If Alfie knows opting to act first and speak later, I don't doubt the urgency of the situation. Let's go. Even she's impressed. She's like, oh shit. We ought to join the vanguard as soon as possible. If the number of eaters we just saw is any indication, we'll be facing a formidable host. Indeed we will. I still remember my first time through here, like it was yesterday. This battle was insane in a lot of ways. Stormblood all over again. What lovely weather. Just what we needed. Yeah, my timing was good. Not for the rain, but because of the nighttime thing. It's always nighttime for this quest battle. I just happened to log in right at like 8 PM in-game time. Seems the battle has already begun in earnest. Make haste. Crystarian forces are engaging the Sin Eaters at various locations across Lakeland. Assist them in defeating the Eaters before they are decimated. I'm no stranger to war anymore. Alright, let's go. I hear shouting. Come on!
Let's give it our all!
They need our help! No shit. We're here to help, buddy. Out quick. Alright.
Help is at hand.
It's a long fight, so they don't give them, you know, pinky ass amounts of HP. It's also very easy, so. More eaters. Don't let your guard down. That was the wrong fucking move. Those Eaters. They're moving toward Radisca's round. We should follow, but we cannot neglect those in need of aid.
Leave the healing to me.
Counting on you, buddy. What was that? Give me 1 second. You got it. The usual trope, online games you can't pause. Assuming that was probably a ball rope. If it's this bad here, I shudder to think what it's like elsewhere. Let's see. Most best ever. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Not even 15 minutes into the stream, too. A timely arrival, Leon. I have my hands full here. Mine own magic shall suffice to aid Yustola. I bid the upper succor to the guard. Okay. You guys got this, and I'll help this guy. Damn it. Didn't make it in time. They're getting destroyed. We barely made it in time to save a lot of these guys. The Eater's ether swells. I would hate to find out what it intends to do next. Defend me. Let none interrupt my incantation. Okay? Can't even see her with all these dead bodies. Master Matoya has a few tricks up her sleeve. Allow me to demonstrate. Limit break. That works. Most impressive trick indeed. As if you've none of your own. Let's make for the imperative, shall we? The friendly banter. Someone hath made short work of these eaters. Well, good to know we're not alone. Leon, you'll be glad to know that the locals have all taken shelter. Nevertheless, we can't allow the eaters to gain any ground. With me! Now we got our full party finally. Just like in the old FF days, right? That can't be good. God damn it all, we're too late. Couldn't save him. Damn. I'll follow the ether. You press on to the imperative. I'm staying with you. Oh, no time to argue. I guess we're going this way. We've lost too many already. We must hurry. You know, it kind of reminds me of FF Tactics. The little icons there, or the character portraits when they talk now. These eaters are too organized. They cannot merely be acting on instinct. And of course not. It is as we feared. But our task is as it ever was. Turn the tide! You don't have to tell me twice. The lives of the wounded are in our hands. Who's first? Oh wait, hold on, I should do this. Oh! Alright, let's... Unsheathing the weapon in a fancy way. One at a time, take a number. fucking many of them, man. Jesus Christ. Oh my god! Have care. That is no ordinary eater. Forgiven hypocrisy. No, but we fought one like it before. More eaters. They're protecting us somehow. We shall need to deal with them first. Forgiven venerate. Feel us full of ether. Gather around me quickly! Perhaps now's the time to put my research to the test. You've been training in secret? And yet more still come. Leon, buy me some time. Alfino, I'll need ether. Oh my fucking god! Right, everyone channel your ether into Alize. Oh, we're pulling this trick again, huh?
My strength is yours.
Shit, I'm out of MP.
May the 12 guide you.
The stars shall grant.
Let's give them a show.
Forward! Do it!
With heart and steel.
Holy shit! Okay, that worked. We fight for those who cannot. Her last words before she blew everyone up. Oh shit! Look at Manphilia go!
There are so many.
Yeah.
Fuck, damn it. Leader! Lena, hold on.
Not her too, man. Not like this.
They turned on me.
Gunblade is not a shield. Not as effective as one, anyway.
This one is mine!
Jesus Christ. Dude, our teammates, the Scions, like, holy shit, they've come a long way, haven't they? They're all bona fide badasses now.
We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right. Run! Run, damn you! The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now. God damn it! Please let this work. Please let this work. No. No, no. Stay back. Stay back. Help! Help! Anyone! Why did you spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy?
Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
Seems we've driven them back, for the time being at least. The wounded have been collected and are undergoing treatment now. Once they're ready to be moved, we'll have them carried back to the Crystarium. The dead as well, of course. Those whose bodies remain, anyway. Word from on high. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them, but even so, we simply don't have enough hands. I'm sure you're fit to fall over after what we've been through. Gods know I am. But if you could see to a few of the patients, it would be an enormous help. Captain Lena's about somewhere, so you might also consider asking her if there are any other outstanding areas of need. We'll talk later. Just because the enemies are gone doesn't mean it's over. Talking? Hold on. With tear-filled eyes, the prone man gazes up at you. His fingers twitch as if to reach for you, but he lacks the strength to raise his hand. Bear it just a moment longer. Hey buddy, it's gonna be alright. Just calm down, alright? Don't touch me! I killed her. I killed her! She was one of them, I know, but maybe I deserve this, but she... Thank you, but it's too late. One of them. It got me. If I turn, please. Please kill me, I beg you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need?
No, I'm fine. How are you feeling?
Injuries are part and parcel of battle. While there's breath in my lungs, I shall see my duties done. Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Thank you. Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again. Now, if you will excuse me. I am fine.
You're not?
Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine. Hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not. Who I failed to protect when they needed me most. We've come so far, so goddamn far. I could have sworn the end was in sight, and now... Now they will never see it.
Impudent worms of the Crystarium! The tragedy that has befallen you is of your own making. Divine retribution for your defiance. The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me. I offer you freedom from pain and suffering, a paradise where man and sin-eater might live in peace and harmony. Why, already, our winged brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity. But you not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my sin-eaters. It is only right that they respond in kind. Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
Tear his fucking head off and shove it up his ass. Honestly, that thought entered my mind so after he first spoke. I didn't want to interrupt his diabolical little speech there. So I waited till the end. Like a gentleman. Small favors. Boss of his ship is already gone. How flattering that he came all this way just to give his little speech. I apologize for my earlier outburst. Rest assured that I have no intention of allowing any of my wounds to affect the performance of my duties, especially not now. If I may, could I ask that you seek out Thancred and Minfilia for me? They endangered themselves on my behalf, and I would feel better knowing that they are well looked after. That's true, I remember that. Thancred in particular sustained quite an injury from that Sin Eater. I would not be surprised if he were in Spagrix still. Please, give them my thanks. I am fine, truly. Save your concern for those who were not so fortunate. I still remember my first time a couple years ago. Like I was waiting for it right now. When I went to talk to Lena, I knew it was coming. My first time through here a couple years ago, when she broke down crying, it basically made me break down crying myself. I knew it was coming this time around, of course, so I was just like, oh fuck. It just... It hits home pretty hard, what she said. It goes back to that thing from a long time ago. But we don't really fear death, we fear the unfinished story. Whoever it was that said that. I can't remember anymore, but... Not getting to see how it ended. And that's exactly what she talked about. Those who died today, basically, our allies, they'll never get to see how it ends now. They'll never get to see the end of all of this turmoil with the Sin Eaters and everything. They were so close to making it. You hear from me? I'm sorry to put you to the trouble, I'm fine, really. The Eater landed an unfortunately solid blow, but the healers here have done wonders. I'm more worried about Minfilia. She's not taking it well. Could I ask you to speak with her? My attempts to reach out seem to have had the opposite effect. She's gone off to the Hortorium ostensibly to fetch herbs for Chesamil, but... Just talk to her, will you? Sure. Please, find Minfilia. I'll be fine. Fuck, I was getting debated by this one. Every time. Until it appears to be lost in thought, perhaps a gentle hope will get her attention? Hope! Okay. I think I might have this on my hotbar. I don't think so though. Oh. I thought I might have, but no. I don't even have it here. Hey, you alright? Yep! Is you okay? Oh, Leon, what are you doing here? Scared the shit out of her. Thank you. It's my fault, you know. I jumped at the chance to help Lena, but I was careless. And now... it's my fault. You can make up for it by being there for him. Are you sure? I brought him nothing but trouble thus far. And what if it's worse next time? All I do is make mistakes, put others in danger. I'm sure that he'll resent me for being this weak. Maybe he already does. But you're right. I can still help. If only by seeing these herbs safely to Chesimil. There are only 2 left on the list, but I'll need to ask about this one. I've looked high and low, and I can't seem to find it anywhere. Would you mind collecting the other? I would hate to delay any longer than I already have. You're looking for something with soft leaves that's very fragrant. In an unmistakably medicinal way, I was told. We only need 2 sprays or so. Once you've got them, you can bring them directly to Chesimil. Whoever gets there first can explain that the other will be back shortly. Thank you. I appreciate the help. This plant has soft leaves and smells strongly medicinal. Okay, so that's one. What about this one? No scent whatsoever. Not it. Smells of fruit, rigid leaves. Nope. It's too far out of the search zone. Plant has soft leaves and smells strongly medicinal. Okay, got him. That way. Oh. I asked someone who looked like they knew what they were doing, and they pointed me toward the herb I was looking for right away. I hope I didn't have too much trouble. I hope you didn't have too much trouble with yours. That wasn't too bad. I see you got roped into helping. Some things never change, eh? Yeah. It's like old times. Ah, and Philly told me that you would be bringing the rest. Yeah. Elven dill. A potent medicinal herb that very much smells the part, so named for its pointed leaves. Does it resemble an elven ear or something, or... I'm not sure what they mean by that. Marvelous! With this, I can replenish our store of medicines. We're struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that are being brought in. I wasn't on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patients' faces make plain that it was a horrible battle. And we're still fighting it, I suppose, though with bitter medicine rather than sharp steel. But we'll win. I promise you that. Seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you to yet another battlefield when you've just come off the front lines. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts saved more than a few. With Spagarix in good working order, the Crystarium's people will be well cared for. More lie ahead, of course. Battles only you can fight. Not that we intend to let you do it alone, but that's a matter to discuss with the Exarch. Right. You know the Exarch? We do. Was there something you needed? I need you to tell him something. For me. My dearest friend, you see. He was there on the battlefield with me. But only the one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wound killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad that I got to see the night sky. I don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know if what Bothry said is true. If our losses were just deserts and we doom ourselves to worse by continuing to fight this fight. But I believe in the Warrior of Darkness. in the Crystal Exarch. I don't think what they've done is wrong, and I don't think we're going to fight with them either. We're wrong to fight with them either. Sorry. My friend, he smiled in the end, just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So I want to tell the Exarch, don't give up. Don't give in. Please. We'll tell him. You have my word. Don't worry about the wounded, sweetie. I'll make sure they do not want your care. If I were stronger, how many people would still be alive? The best way out. If you're ready, why not go on ahead to the Ocular? You can keep the Exarch company while I fetch Alfino. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest tomorrow I can find, so we shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass on that message, eh? Not sure if I was just reading too fast or... Since I woke up, I felt like slightly dizzy, and it's been a constant thing that hasn't gone away. It's very slight though. I mean, it was severe when I first got up, but it's just a slight lingering dizziness. Do you have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just say the word and I would be happy to escort you to the Ocular. I don't know if it's for later or not, but I do feel like my eyes are slightly straining a little. Yeah, maybe this will help. There. Not too much. Oh, I can't see shit. I'll see my reflection in my TV more than what's happening on the fucking game. Welcome, my friend. Tales of your heroism on the battlefield precede you, though I confess I found them more gladdening than surprising. I hear no few of our people have you to thank for plucking them from the jaws of death. Would that I had not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility for that lies with me. One of our soldiers said that? Thank you. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done, now least of all. Though I mourn the loss, I will not lose myself to grief, and even should regret be my constant companion, I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. As will I. I'm with you 100%, dude. Of that I have no doubt, and if ever we should appear to falter, it will only be because we are fatigued after a battle well fought. I thank you for your kind words. Now, we have plans to make, do we not? We do.
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
Everyone's like, who invited this asshole?
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power. He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vorthri.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Yeah, that really pissed him off.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Armorang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Armorang. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser Sin Eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a Sin Eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia. If we travel to Armorang, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do! I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation. But it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Armorang we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
If this is the course you have agreed on, I will not object, though I am afraid it will be difficult for us to spare any of the guard to accompany you. I can but promise that you will be well looked after upon your return. Just see to it that you do return, alright? I can't imagine what Tancred must be feeling to behave this way. To say he's changed since coming here would be an understatement. Excuse me, he may as well be a different person. He reminds me of... he reminds me of Father. He argued with us for months about our plan to go to Eorzea, but in the end he accepted our decision. I do hope he's doing well. That's exactly it. That's what Amatylka saw. Tancred loves Minfilia like his own daughter, basically. But he still holds on to his feelings for the other Minfilia as well, which was very similar. He kind of was a father figure to her in some ways too. Not as much as with Minfilia, because this new Minfilia, because she's way younger, but still, it was kind of similar. He was always trying to protect her and keep her safe, and always lamented not being able to do more for her. We saw this ever since we first tried to get her back in Heavensward, and he took it really hard when he found out she had merged with Hydaelyn and wasn't coming back. So he's torn. Because he can't have them both. He can only have one or the other. It's tough. If I'd only been able to locate Calusio's light warning, it might not have come to this. Minfilia demonstrated impressive resolve just now. It seems that she understands what must be done, though I do wonder if she is truly prepared to make the choice. Should she falter, it will fall to Tancred to guide her, however much he wishes it were otherwise. Yeah. He hates having to be the one to basically have to make the choice, or bear the burden of responsibility for it, in a way. Though Tancred hath long known whither this path doth lead, his journey hath brought him no closer to acceptance. Nope. Will you never grow tired of shuffling your feet? If you have something to ask me, ask. Okay. Tell me about Zodiark then. As I told you before, Zodiark is a creation of my people. The first people. We summoned him as your kind might summon a primal, albeit an infinitely more powerful one. And like one of your primals, he tempered us. It was only natural. There is no resisting such power. And so, we Ascians came to exist solely to bring about the rule of darkness. His darkness. Of course, some would call us evil for it, and they would be fools. But that is only to be expected, given their innate ability to conceive of the nature of our universe. Their innate inability, to conceive of the nature of our universe. But I believe I am repeating myself. Do you not trust me to speak honestly? Do you hope to catch me in a lie? Really, I have no need of deception. And even if I did, I assure you, you would find it quite indistinguishable from the truth. Well, Doesn't give me any confidence then saying that, but okay. I'm sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. Well, I guess that's that then. Sorry for the wait. I'm ready now. And you're sure you want to do this? Completely sure? There's no going back. Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger, strong enough to face my destiny, and I want to believe that I can play a part in saving this world. I hope you can find it in yourself to believe it too. When you put it that way, how could we not? It is your decision to make. Just be sure that you are prepared when the time comes. If all are assembled, shall we depart? We'll follow your lead. What route would you have us take? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. I saw a Yulmoran airship coming into land over Amarang while I was on my way back to the Crystarium. No doubt the same vessel that bore Vathri's forces to Raptika. Meaning we can expect to encounter armed resistance on our journey through the region. Right. Now, Nabatharang lies in the southern reaches of Amarang, and there are two routes we can take to get there. The first is the eastern route, which would lead us past Mordsuk. The other is the western route, which would require us to pass through the Hills of Amber. Menphilia and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's the more well-trodden path. It also makes for easier traversal of the Nabath Severance. But we can't use it. If we did, we'd need to cross the Severance from a point nearby the inn at Journey's Head. If the Yulmorans caught wind of our approach, it could very well bring them into contact with the inn and its patients, and we can be sure their activities would not meet with Vathri's approval. It will make the journey more arduous, but I believe it would be safer to take the western route. Which brings me to my proposition. While you make for the Hills of Amber in the west, I will draw the Yulmorans' attention elsewhere, to an area in the east that I know to be uninhabited. That way you'll have a chance of reaching Nabatharang unopposed, and without risk to civilians. I cannot deny that it's a sound plan, but nor can I allow you to go alone. My skills will make your task at least somewhat easier, will they not? I will accompany you as well. It will afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. And if I go with the others, I'm likely to say something Tancred will regret. Damn. Well then, we'll leave the work of distracting Vathri's forces to you. The rest of us will take the western route and try to avoid attracting attention. With that in mind, I think it best that we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid path under our feet. Okay. Sounds good. We'll borrow a few tomorrow for our own journey. I'll leave the rest to you, Minfilia. Thank you. I'll try not to disappoint. Would that we all had thy surety of purpose. We'll need to move quickly. The longer the others need to keep the Yomoins busy, the more likely they are to be caught. Yeah. There you are. The gate leading to Amarang is just up ahead. In all the time I've been here, I've never ventured into the Hills of Amber. Not that I'm particularly intimidated by new lands at this point, but we have more than enough reasons to be cautious as it is. Keep an eye on Minfilia for me, would you? Mm-hmm. John Shepherd! Who shall walk among us upon our return, I wonder? Yeah, which of the two Minfilias, right? Amarang lies just beyond the gate. You need only speak to the sentry. I'm ready. Let's go. Off so soon, Master Starcrest? You've barely had time to recover from the battle. We got places to be, so that there won't be any more battles. Well, if you're certain, I'm hardly in a position to question you. If you're certain. I keep reading things. I think I'm just going too fast, though, for some reason. Sometimes my eyes just dart across the text.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garrick lie the Hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
His first words are still ringing in my ears. Joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. It's like the universe is always trying to balance itself out in every single way possible, isn't it? The same things that make us laugh, make us cry. As Big Smoke says in GTA San Andreas. Quoting whatever book he's talking about. Maybe it's the Bible or something, I don't know. But yeah, like, it's pretty accurate. Thinking back to my own experiences anyway. Feels like it is, yeah. It's like if you choose to get high on life, you know, do things that make you happy and that you love and that make you feel good, there always comes with a flip side. There's always some downside that can almost equally drag you back down from that high. The most obvious example that came to my mind after he said that was like when you fall in love with somebody. It feels good to be in love, you know, and you could have a good time for a while. Weeks, months, years, you never know. And then, for whatever reason, not a guarantee, but it could happen that suddenly you drift apart. Or, you know, something more horrible and sudden happens, rather than a slowly drifting apart, but the result is the same. You end up brokenhearted. I'm feeling empty again. And it hurts incredibly bad. On the same level of how good it felt when you first found love. So it's like, you experience this huge level of joy, which then comes with this huge plummet. You know, or it's just like, the feeling of the opposite will come later, when it inevitably comes to an end, because everything ends sooner or later. This is one abstract example. And even if, like, you know, you end up staying together with that person and you guys are, you know, happy for, like, until death do us part, as they say, right? When inevitably one of you passes away, pain is there again. Yeah, it just seems like it's always, you can't have one without the other. You're setting yourself up or making yourself vulnerable to pain and sorrow when you choose to open up your heart in that way. And again, that's just one example. I think there's a lot of things besides love and intimacy, basically, with other people. There's other things in life that are like that. That can give you really big highs, only to be followed by big lows. Or something that can give you a really big low, and then bring you back up, give you a really big high afterwards. So, I guess I could go on trying to find examples, but there's no point. I'd just be rambling, so I'll leave it at that. The only other one that came to mind was working out. It's like, oh, you know, it's painful while you're doing it, but then afterwards you feel really good. You get an endorphin rush. So then it makes the pain feel like it was worth it. That's actually probably a more solid example right there. It's less abstract, I think. Anyway. Sound though Mistress Alize's logic was, I fear the road less traveled hath other perils in store for us. A village so near. How convenient. This place has been scarred by the flood too. Who can say what lies ahead? But whatever else this road may be, it is mine to travel, and I don't plan to take a moment of the time I spend upon it for granted. Our only path forward lies ahead, I'm sure of it, so onward, I suppose. Free trade. Oh crap, here comes filler quest, I think. I take it you're seeing what I'm seeing? Finding a village when we're hardly 10 paces into the hills is a surprising stroke of luck, especially given our recent fortunes. But you won't hear any complaints from me. Let's see if the folk who live here can tell us what to expect from the road ahead. You sell? No. No, you're no merchant. But then, why do I know your face? Oh, I remember. You spent Fulbert Gold. He was there? Such a coin purse cracking. You are already a legend among more traders. You're a traveling merchant then. Can you tell us anything of this village? Of course, anything for valued customers. This place is Garrett. Before the flood, it was home to many miners. After, not so many. Now, none. So Master Gengen borrowed the village, made it into a trading post. Very convenient location. In which case, you all must be familiar with the local roads, correct? We're on our way to Nabatharang ourselves. If we continue south from here, will we have any difficulty reaching it? Oh yes! Great difficulty. The flood rent the stone and crushed the mines surrounding Nabatharang. Only steep cliffs and collapsed tunnels remain. Oh no. Give me a sec. Oh, okay. But surely there must be some way. Do you think any of the other Mord might have some sort of hidden route? Perhaps. You ask, they tell. Tell for free even, to friends of our best customer. Wonderful. Thank you for your help. Well then, best customer, let's see what information your reputation buys us. Remember Zunzun next time your pockets grow heavy with coin, yes? Sure. Perhaps we ought to inquire upon the matter of your Moran forces in the region as well. Not a bad idea. You wish to go to Nabatharang? There was a way once, a gondola down from the cliffs, but it was built for those who had left something behind that they wished to retrieve. Now there is nothing left, and no one to use it. You may search for it if you like, but I doubt that its rusted wires would bear your weight. You hastily take down a memo regarding the gondola and a spare scrap of parchment. But I just carry spare scraps of paper with me, because I'm prepared, yeah. We've been doing this since we got here, taking notes. You know, like even the Crystarium, the first quest there was to take notes from 3 different people about the Crystarium and all that stuff, and then show it to the Exarch to prove that you looked around. Oh, that is a surprise. Not many bound for Nabatharang these days. Which, what the hell, am I carrying a pencil too? Just on me, for no reason? Well, for this, I guess, to take notes. I do know of a trolley that once went there. It used to travel between all the settlements and mines of the Hills of Amber. It is locked behind the gates, however. I assume that will have kept it from being stolen or damaged, but it also prevents it from being of much use. Take down information regarding the trolley on a wrinkled piece of parchment before stuffing it unceremoniously back into your bag. Just get the fuck in there. Damn it, I still have to activate the noted emote from my Twitch channel. I've got it! I'll lead by asking how business is, then mention you, and then ask about the route. That should work, right? Actually, yeah. That might actually open up, that might be a good opener, yeah. Establish a little bit of rapport, and then you'll get a better answer. For Nabatharang, airship is best. Nothing as fast as in an airship. The Morans have one, I hear. You can ask them to take you. Oh yeah, they'll be happy to help me. Though it seems somewhat superfluous to do so, you dutifully make notes of Gongon's words. Ah, Leon. I'm afraid I've learned little of use about how to reach the Nabatharang. The Ilmoran presence, though, that's another matter. Apparently, though their army is definitely in Almarang, there have been no sightings of Ilmorans at all in the Hills of Amber. Perhaps we can take that as a sign that Alize's plan has borne fruit. Did you have any better luck finding us a route forward? Well, yeah. Sort of. A bit of paper with gondola from cliffs, potential death trap scrawled upon it. Is that what Leon wrote down? A bit of paper with Hills of Amber trolley behind gate scrawled upon it? Airships, Ilmoran presence confirmed, scrawled upon it. Okay. So these are our options. Well, what do you think? We can try the gondola. Might die, but eh. Yeah, just be all nonchalant about death. Like, eh, whatever. I've jumped out of a plane before, it's not a big deal. Gate aside, the trolley seems the most feasible, actually. Those seem to be the least risky of our options, and I can't imagine one gate is enough to thwart you. I'd like to know a bit more before we dash off in search of it, though. Perhaps Zunzun can offer some insight. Though Zunzun didn't mention the trolley before, he's like as not at least heard of the thing. If we remind him, he may recall something of use. Hey Zunzun. The trolley problem. Oh, valued customers! Would the other Mord have helped? About fashion. They told us of a trolley that runs to Nabatharang, at least. But am I correct in thinking that there was a reason you did not do so yourself when first we asked? Yes. The gate, you see. It is impassable. Before, there was a hulking thing of stone, the Talos. It opened the gate, they say. But none operate such a thing now. I do not even know if it yet exists. Excuse me. I do not know, but you should travel east to Mount Biran Mines. Oh shit, we got an FF10 reference. Mount Biran. That is where the trolley controls stand. Biran was being, wasn't that one of the Ronso that lived on Mount Gagazet, right? Yeah. Biran and Yankee, the two who picked on Kimari a lot. I still see miners there from time to time. If anyone knows what happened to the Talos, it could be them. Thank you. You've been a great help. We're off to Mount Biran, then. Let's hope that someone will be there to answer our questions. Just remembering something funny. Not related to any of this. There's something from a few streams ago. Just came back. Mayhap the pall of light is the root of this land's desolation. Or mayhap the fault lies with man and his insatiable greed. Yeah. Which again, doesn't just come by nature. It's also reinforced by our environment. What a sight. Oh, pardon me. It's a bit daunting, isn't it? Yeah, when you think about how long we have to go. But yeah, just for quick clarification, I've said this a million times before, but I mean, if you lived in a place that was abundant with resources, you don't exactly have the inclination to try to hoard it, because there's no reason to if it's all around you all the time. The greed's only there when you feel like things that you need are scarce. That's when that starts to manifest within our consciousness. Scarcity breeds greed, or at least a perception of scarcity is what breeds greed. So if it's whether it's artificial or not, that's what makes people greedy. The scale of the track is impressive. I'll give them that. Now we only need follow it until we come to the mines. Yeah, it's like I said before, nature via nurture, not nature versus nurture. The whole human nature debate or whatever. That's what I'm referring to. We're not naturally greedy. Our environment can make us that way, depending on what kind of environment we're living in. Here it is, Mount Biran Mines. Bit of a mess, isn't it? But the mechanisms for dispatching the trolley are here, just as Zun said. Unfortunately, anyone who might know how to use them is not. We might wait for Zun's mysterious miners to appear, or have a look around and see if we can deduce anything useful in their absence. I'm in favor of the latter. Something near the entrance to the mines proper caught Uriange's eye. Meet us there if you find anything. Info here? There's a huge-ass switch. This lever can't have been designed for a person to operate. No way. It's fucking huge. This? Oh. First time here before, Endwalker and raising the level cap to 90. Ugh, this was a nightmare. Even at max level, you're gonna be, attacked by these auto-aggro enemies here. And it's a pain in the ass when you're trying to do shit like this. All of a sudden, that coyote sees you or something. And then you have to kill it before you can move on. I remember my first playthrough was frustrating, and even subsequent playthroughs on my alternate characters, where I was like skipping scenes and everything, of course. I still had trouble in this area because of that. I was just like, oh my god, leave me alone! Fucking monsters, they just pester you while you're trying to do this. The flecks of rust adorn the rails, but they nevertheless appear sturdy enough to bear the trolley without issue. Conspicuous cup. The cup is slightly warm, and a fair amount of tea, steeped over long, if the color is any indication, remains within. Oh, right there. The benches within suggest that this must have been a passenger car. Oddly enough, though it is clearly old, it appears to be well maintained. Does look pretty fresh, yeah. Hey, know me? Don't you know me? I don't know. Just stared at it curiously for a while, then felt like making a sound effect for shits and giggles. There's no context to that whatsoever. Just me being random. Ah, Leon. What hast thou discerned? Excuse me. I see. Indeed, thine observations are consistent with mine own. But let us refrain from further discussion ere our comrades arrive. Ample evidence of recent maintenance, and lukewarm tea besides. The levers for switching tracks looked like they were in good condition, though I couldn't move them myself. No ordinary person could, I think. It is my belief that no person is meant to. This Talos beareth more than a passing resemblance to golems of the source. Nor doth it appear to be the sole example of its kind. The proliferation of Talos fragments, as well as the enormity of the mechanisms here, suggest a considerable number were once in operation. Alas, this specimen and its fellows now lie lifeless and broken, and I know not how to repair them that they might facilitate our passage through the gate. And without the aid of the Talos, even if thou wert somehow able to unbar the trolley's path, we would still have no means of propelling it. We might not know how to repair the Talos, but someone must. Otherwise, why keep everything else in working order? Whoever is maintaining the cars and rails must know something that we don't. Let's ask them what it is, shall we? Leon, I do believe you'll find a person of some interest skulking in the shadows behind the warehouses on the northwestern side of the tracks. Hey, Bankred's rogue instincts. He wasn't a ninja for no reason. While you two have a friendly chat, the rest of us will gently encourage those to the south to come out of hiding. Defend yourselves as necessary, of course, but do try to keep everyone in one piece. We're being watched, huh? Off we go, then. This is probably gonna shock them, if they thought they were well hidden. Fucking Tancred coming at them with his gunblade drawn and shit. And then me going straight at them like this. Surprise, motherfucker! Wicked White! Where did you come from? No, never mind that. You have no business here, of that I'm sure. What are you? Okay, it's fucked. That was good. So what do we got here? That's smart. Fresh-faced man and a well-muscled man. We won't let you. Won't let us what? Can't do anything. I feel a bit bad for them. They elected to take up arms against us, though the outcome was plain from the first. Accurate. Good to hear. Yeah, I took care of one. These two weren't much trouble either. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. Us? We're not the brigands come to take what isn't ours. Do we honestly look like we'd need to steal? What, some rusted bits of iron? Don't be absurd. We're not here to rob you. A likely story. You look well. You don't look normal, that's for certain. You don't have any wares, so you're clearly not merchants. Travelers near pass this way. Travelers never pass this way. Hell, how did my eyes see near? Travelers never pass this way. The only reason you would come all the way out here is to strip the machinery for parts. Oh, that. I have an idea. What if, once upon a time, a lovely lady of noble birth ventured forth in search of her lost love, joined by her two most loyal servants, sworn to follow her unto the world's end. On their journey, they met a sorcerer as ancient as time itself. Moved by the lady's devotion, he offered to be their guide, and they turned up here somehow. Holy shit, that is one hell of a story. I can only assume that you're being intentionally obtuse, but in the unlikely event that that's a serious conjecture, no. I suppose I am a bodyguard of a sort, but we have rather larger concerns than fairy tale romances. I would fain hear more of this ageless sorcerer and his heroic deeds. Gods grant me strength. Orion's just like, hey, I'm curious, I want to hear more. If I may, we're actually searching for a means by which to travel to the Mouth of Rang. We were hoping that the trolley here might offer a solution. I realize that we haven't gotten off to the best of starts, but if you know anything about how we might get it working again... The trolley? The trolley! You should have led with that! We're always keen to discuss the trolley. We're both engineers in training, in fact. Jarek and Thaf at your service. Technically, I'm a miner and he does repair work, but our true passion is the trolley. What about the other guy? The one that I beat up? We're working with a few other folk to get it up and running again. And before you ask, yes, it's true that there's little in need of transport these days. That's no reason to consign a miracle of mechanical innovation to dust. The mere sight of it traveling the track once again would make hearts sore, mark my words. Okay, you'll hear no argument from us. What progress have you made thus far? Not as much as we'd like, truth be told. Well, is there anything we could do to assist you? We could gather materials or help put pieces together. It's a sight more complicated than that, I'm afraid. If you spoke with Magnus, you'd understand. He's the only one with full knowledge of the trolley's operation. I suppose you could speak with him if you like. We'll introduce you. Yeah, sure. Very well. Our options are limited, and if this Magnus can explain whatever is preventing the trolley from being restored, I'd like to hear it. Right. Looks like you'll be following us back to Twine, then. A quest for a lost love. Perhaps that could have been me had things been different. Yeah. There you go. Now she's getting into the role. Come to think of it, Urianger always was fond of fairy tales. No shit. Not surprising he was serious about wanting to hear more about this story. Dost thou seek the sorcerer's wisdom, young one? He's playing into it! You bastard! Fucking Urianger. At least he has a sense of humor, right? To be honest, I'm impressed that you thought of the trolley to begin with. So few seem to these days. Cheers to living without it, I suppose. That's probably what it is, yeah. Rust and ruin. Rusty ruins? Sonic 3D Blast remake confirmed. If you're ready, we can leave right now. No, you haven't seen another fellow around here, have you? I thought he'd have come up by now. Are you talking about the one I fucked up? Because he's fucked up. You think he'll be alright? That's well, I suppose we did force your hand a bit. I'll have a look, just in case. You go on ahead, Faf. Yeah, maybe I roughed him up too much. Alright, looks like it'll just be you lot and me, then. Try not to let anything take a bite out of you on the way out of the rail yard. Tell me about it. What's cool is that at least once you're in a cutscene, then you're immune to being aggroed by a monster, basically. We'll catch up as you entwine. If a monster already aggroed to you, right before you went into a cutscene and it manages to not hit you before the cutscene starts, they'll still stay on you, but they won't attack your character while you're in the cutscene. They'll just stay targeting you like this. Waiting for your cutscene to end, and the moment it does, a split second does, wham! They fucking smack you. I've seen it... Well, I haven't actually seen it happen to somebody else, but some friends of mine told me it happened to me once when they saw me watching a cutscene. They said there was a monster just sitting there waiting for me, ready to pounce. Damn it. Excuse me. Damn, that smarts. Did he have to thump me so hard? I'll be feeling that for the next fortnight at least. Why do they say that smarts when they're saying it hurts? I don't get it. Not to be done about it now, though. I've pointed your overeager companions in the right direction and they've gone on ahead, so we need to get moving. Normally, we walk atop the tracks, but seeing as the young lady has a much shorter stride, that's more perilous a route than I'm comfortable suggesting. Wouldn't want anyone falling through the gaps. It's true. She is smaller and takes smaller steps, and just being the fact that she's smaller, she could fall through there, yeah. Of course, the low road presents other dangers, but having been on the receiving end of your friend's blows, I'm not worried on that account. Right there. Oh. What's up, dude? Wait a moment. I think I hear something. Oh, that's something, all right. Run! What? What'd you see? Oh. That's a simple coyote. Yeah, you don't want to fall down there, that's for sure. And then he ran into more trouble here. Sorry about that. I'll admit, I didn't expect this route to be quite so fraught with danger. We're nearly to Twine, though, so we should make it without further incident. So you say? The town is small, but everything in it seems so purposeful. It's amazing. How'd you like it? A testament to man's resilience, that civilization may yet be found at the very edge of the world. Yeah? Like the Eskimos in Alaska or something. Literally. Odd to find a place like this still occupied. Must have come dangerously close to being consumed by the flood. I mean, no shit, the wall's right over there. Frozen floodwaters of light. Now crystallized. This is it! Welcome to Twine. The original dwellings were built to house those laborers tasked with building the track. Over time, miners came to seek their fortunes, and that's what made the town go to what you see before you today. But it was still the trolley that brought them here. As you've doubtless noticed, the track goes to the very heart of the town. It was the heart of the town back when the trolley still carried everyone home at the end of each hard day in the mines. Now, there is no trolley, nor much work to be had in the mines, for that matter. The only residents that remain are the destitute, the delusional, and those with nowhere else to go. Or so they say. I should give you some indication of what to expect when you meet Magnus. As I said, it will help you understand why we can't get the trolley running. Just don't expect too much aside from that. Well, that's encouraging, but I don't see that we have much choice. Let's go and meet the man. This is Magnus. He's our boss of the fashion. Holy shit, he's throwing them back. He's putting them down, dude. Who are you supposed to be? Never seen the three of you in my life. Or the four of you? Wicked White, if you're gonna bother me, at least have the damn courtesy to stand still. Yeah, he's plastered. Methinks this one is deep in his cups. No shit, dude. He's wasted, holy shit. These are my guests, Magnus. We ran into them at the mines. They're looking for a way to reach the Botharang, so they came to ask about the trolley, you see. What? There's nothing in the Botharang, not anymore. And especially not for frail little girls. Give it up. No, we must reach the Botharang. I must. Ah, so you have your heart set on it. The world doesn't care. The place is a ruin, nothing more. And you're not getting there in the trolley. The thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams. We're not fools. It's necessity that drives us to Nabatharang. If you insist that the trolley's not an option, at least tell us why. No. I'm sick of people asking me about the blasted thing. Leave me be. We'll speak outside. Piss off. I'd be lying if I said that I didn't expect that, but for what it's worth, I'm sorry. I sense there is more to this belligerent drunk and his tale. Yeah, no one puts him back like that for no reason. He's been through some shit, obviously. Stubborn ass. Yeah. He only said that because he thinks I'm weak. And he's right. But I can't be. I won't be forever. There has to be some way. I must find it. On track. Oh, I'm sorry. I was stuck in my own head again. It's clear that Magnus has no intention of helping us, but perhaps we should ask the other residents? They may know something of the trolley. I'll take the north side of town. Let me know if you learn anything. Okay. Bye. Thancred, art thou truly content to stand witness to fate's course and take no part? This isn't a matter of fate, Urianger. It's about choice. I've had years to decide where I stand. Infilia has spent too long in chains already. I would not shackle her again by making my hopes known. It is for her to choose what shape her destiny will take. It is for me to stay silent. To protect her, teach her, and stand by her. That, at least, I can do for her. So be it. Come, let us make our own inquiries. Oh, I can actually use this one? No, there's no repair option. Damn it. Oh, there you are. You'll be pleased to know that I got our friend back home with no trouble, and he's just fine. He was a bit shaken up is all. And you? What did Magnus have to say? Told us to piss off because he's drunk. He was pissed, as the Australians would say. Because, you know, they use the phrase pissed as, to say drunk. Ah, I did have a faint hope that your need might prompt into action where our interest has not, but I suppose that was foolish of me. I am sorry that we couldn't be of help, though. I can at least show you the trolley car we have here if you like. You can give it a stroke or two. It has some very smooth wood. Some very smooth wood, huh? You mean to say you're not giving up? Even knowing that Magnus is... Magnus? Yeah, I'm not here to stroke your smooth wood. I don't see much point in your being stubborn about it. Though, perhaps stubbornness is exactly what this situation calls for. Can't forge iron without an anvil, after all. Can't imagine that anything you try will work, but if you're certain you can help make preparations in the event that it does. You can help me make preparations in the event that it does. To that end, take this toolbox. We're gonna inspect the rails. Oh god, this fucking quest. I'll have a look along the tracks for anything that's in need of repair. You bring the tools and be ready to hand them to me whenever I stop to work. This is one of those iconic Shadowbringers moments where every time I come through here I'm just like, oh god, not this goddamn quest. Oh god, not this part. Every game has a part like that. Every game does. God, even us with longer strides could fall through these cracks, man, let alone Menphilia, Jesus. This spot looks like it could use a bit of work. Can you ready the tool for me? Sure. Oh, okay, just have to open it. 2 large toolbox? I should have read the description. I'll read it after. You open the box, revealing the proud array of lovingly maintained tools within. Brilliant! Now if you could hand me what I need as I work, that would be a help. In this case, well, this bolt is loose for one matter. We can't have that. I'll need to tighten it. Okay. A mid-sized wrench will do it. Here we learn how to use tools 101. Thank you! This one will do nicely. Now give me one moment and... There! I don't see any other problems here, so let's continue along the track. So the reason this is one of those, oh my god, not this part. Your first time through, it's like, okay, this is obviously filler shit. You know. But then your second and third time through, when you're skipping dialogue and cutscenes just to get like an alternate character through the story really quick, which was me. Not everybody does this, of course. It's just like, you won't know which one to pick and you'll be stuck here for a while if you don't read the dialogue. You know what I mean? So you actually have to stop, slow down, and read it. I'm a bit concerned about this lantern post. Would you ready the tools for me? Let me read what it said this time. No one could ever possibly need this many tools, let alone to carry them all on their person at one time. That is a weird thing you sometimes see, right? Sometimes you see somebody's toolbox and you're like, why the hell do they have this much shit in here? A lot of people's toolboxes can be really cluttered up sometimes, it's weird. You set down the toolbox, the muscles of your arms enjoying profound relief, and open it once again. You're quite handy to have around, you know? Yeah, when I was a lot younger, I managed to, I would curiously go into, like, my dad's garage, and I would see these big-ass toolboxes. I'd open to see what's inside, and be like, okay, it's probably heavy. And yeah, I'd try to lift it, and I'm like, holy shit, this is enormous. But I would always wonder, why so many different tools? Like, we don't even have, like a wood shop or anything like that would require so much. But yeah. As to the lamp here, These aren't often necessary these days, but if we're gonna do this, we might as well do it properly. And if by some miracle the night returns as it did in Lakeland, well, it's a nice thought. Anyhow, a bit of this post seems to have splintered. Whether its lamp is to be lit or not, we wouldn't want these little pieces of wood jabbing the next person who comes through here to do maintenance. I'll need to sand it down a bit. Okay. Which tool? He said sand it down, right? A rough pile. Almost didn't pay attention. I was like, oh shit. Yes, a wood file's perfect. Let me even this out. That should do it. I'll bring some varnish along next time to finish the job. I haven't spotted any other problems, so we can move along now. Unless you'd like to take in the view of the tracks from here for a bit longer? It's breathtaking, I know. Mining has always been the primary vocation of folks in the Hills of Amber, you see. But after a certain point, they had dug up everything that could easily be reached and carried back by manpower alone. It was then that the Naboth Empire struck upon the idea of the Talos, which they had seen at work abroad. At great expense, the Naboth brought the Mistal engineers who specialized in Talos here to the hills. And wouldn't you know it, the mining industry picked right up again. Pine itself sprung up around that time, as a matter of fact. It was named after the entwining of tales, the fruitful cooperation between the native Bronzo and the newly come Mistal. But that, like so much else, fell apart in the wake of the flood. The Mistal left, taking their knowledge with them. It was 15 years ago that the last of them, the folks from Daedalus Stoneworks, took off for Yulmore. And now no one remains that can repair and operate the Talos. But there's no use in lamenting what can't be changed. There's one more thing we need to do while we're out here, so we might as well get to it. Vultures occasionally make their nests on the tracks, you see, and it falls to us to remove them when they do. The creatures are angry when disturbed, which is natural, but nevertheless a danger to anyone passing by. It's not my favorite task, to be honest with you. As you may have noticed, I'm not terribly suited to confrontation. That said, would you follow the tracks north and remove any nests you find for me? I'll keep an eye on things from here. Uh-oh. Mama mad. And another one. Oh. Get him, Steve. Let's actually watch him do his work. Alright, Shadowbringer. I wonder I've never used it. I have it sitting over here. What are the conditions for that one? Deals unexpected damage to all enemies in a straight line before you with a potency of 600 for the first enemy and 50% less for all remaining enemies. Okay. Maximum charges 2 can only be executed while under the effect of Dark Side. Now that I'm here, might as well check. another defensive little cooldown, I guess. Oh, there we go. I use this, then I can use this. What's the cooldown on this? Charge time. And a recast. I'm gonna have to test this out. Okay, I'm kind of curious. Okay. Simple. Too many damn buttons. I had to go to the third hotbar. That's why I've never seen it before. I forgot it was there. Not like it mattered anyway, since, you know, most of the time we're using, we can't even use high-level skills like that. Like anything close to level 90, we can't use that at all in quest battles and dungeons and trials right now in Shadowbringers, so not like it makes a difference. The only time I have the opportunity to use this is out here, literally. In the overworld. So I wasn't missing much, basically. Damn it. There we go. Thank you. That should be everything taken care of. In return for your help, I'll tell you a bit more about the trolley. Nothing that can get it started again, though. As I said, the only people who knew how to repair the Talos are long gone. When they left, the life began to bleed out of the town. The trolley's tracks rusted and its cars fell into disrepair. Now, I was born in Twine, raised there. My first word was trolley, damn it. And those were the worst years of my life. But then, about 7 years passed, Magnus and his wife returned to us. Magnus is a real proper trolley engineer, and perhaps he would never have left in the first place if it hadn't been for his son. As you're well aware, Amaring is hardly the safest place, and Magnus wanted his child to grow up away from its dangers. It didn't help in the end. The Sin Eaters got the boy. Was that always the way? Yeah. The child had always said that someday he wanted to see Magnus's trolley running again. So in his memory, they returned to Twine. Started fixing those rusted rails and broken cars. It was going well for a time. What was that? Wicked White. Vultures? Are they back for revenge? Never mind, I don't want to find out. That freaked me out too. I was like, what the hell was that? Holy shit. Nice work out there. And now you know the story of the trolley. Won't do you much good without the Talos, though. If there was even a single one that still functioned, things might be different. But, well, here we are. Yeah, here we are indeed. This is where we're gonna stay for a while, because time's up. In a couple hours. I gotta, get going to run some errands and shit, as usual. So, morning streams are always a little shorter. But, that's just the way it goes. Anyway, to make it sound a little bit more organic, I think I'm gonna switch out my outro, or switch up my outro a little bit, because it's starting to sound a little too, like I'm reading off a script, like it's rehearsed, you know? So, I'll just, you know, summarize it a little bit more now. Not make it so lengthy. Which is to say, thank you all very much. Thank you to Aiden Lorcan for coming by to watch live again as I record these videos. I appreciate the company as always. Thank you all very much watching this in the future. I appreciate all the support on YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, again, to keep it short, please stay safe out there, folks. Take care of yourselves. Look after your loved ones. You know, cherish them. And until next time, please have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. All right? Take it easy, everyone. Peace.